I'm just looking at this race here at Utah. It's actually the first race I've looked at today. It's 3:05 already. I've been a bit lazy. Unfortunately, as I switched my computer on and get ready to trade, I just missed the start of the last Utah race, unfortunately. So I missed that one. There isn't much else that suits me today in terms of distance, the distance I need for my strategy. And to be honest with you, I've been lazy. I haven't bothered to do any research to see if there's any short races where I can use a different strategy on to make a profit. So yeah, I'm just going to see if I can make a few quids. This is a sort of race I like, where you've got like no sort of clear favourite, and you know the horses are all sort of evenly priced.
Market in play.
Everything is between sort of 6 to 20. So that will basically mean that any one of them horses could be tradable within the race. It gives me more options. On the downsides, it does also mean that liquidity might be lower when you get races like this, because obviously people will lump onto a favourite more. So I'm just going to wait for an opportunity and see if we can make some money.
Jens Boy and Neat Side, the front pair. At the other end of the field, Faint Hope is held up last. Wicked Willie in fourth. And then
we're getting to that time now
on the outside of
where I normally sort of make my money, but I can't use. I'd love to go in here and start using £20-30 stakes, you know, and make some decent cash, but it's just too dangerous.
Several reminders from Nathan Moscrop. Well grouped.
Like I've said many times before in my other videos, it's to do with COVID-19. There's you know, obviously you get better and poorer days all the time, bigger races and so on. But I definitely think this year,
on the turn, heading out into
and last as well, obviously, when racing wasn't even on for a bit of time, it's all been affected by COVID-19.
Immediately dismounted. As Jens Boy leads Neat Side into the back.
I was a little bit. Yeah, I don't really like the price because we're far away from the cushion. I prefer if the price was down at 4s. Might just see if I can put some cash in there. See, I've got 100 quid there. So what I'll be ready to do is get out against that. That money disappears.
I'm out of here, man.
Get out, and I'll try to get out against that cash. That was my first warning. If you heard that Simpson sound from a race timer, but that's okay. That's for short races.
And still in the last pair, I'll Catch Me If You Can.
I think that was a 6 ticks. I think.
Field close in on the fourth from home. Flight number 9 upcoming.
About the fourth out.
Flight on the far side. Jens Boy from Neat Side, as it has been since
flag 4.
Terra Firma Lady, Wicked Willie, Dawn Raider going up strongly between runners, always resolute now.
Right, I'm going to cancel everything off now because things are going a bit crazy. I haven't got a lot of time left if I'm going to make any money out of this race.
I'm out of here, man.
It needs to happen now, really.
They're about to turn left-handed once again to come down the hill. Jens Boy, Neat Side.
So I'm wondering here whether we get matched by side the book. I don't think so.
Of Terra Firma Lady, then follows Dawn Raider, Catch Me If You Can, always resolute. He's been driven on.
Sucker.
Faint Hope clinging on to the leader's coattails in last as they swing for home with half a mile to gallop in.
Will it flick into me or not?
Ridden along in front from Wicked Willie, who now moves up sides. Neat Side between runners will arrive at the third last with every chance. Jens Boy surrendered the lead 3 out to Wicked Willie. Neat Side giving chase to the new leader. Catch Me If You Can and Terra Firma Lady are closing in. Dawn Raiders found nothing for pressure. Faint Hope is plugging on, best of the last quartet. The front 4 are clear. At the second last, it's Wicked Willie jumping it 2 lengths up on Terra Firma Lady and Catch Me If You Can. Neat Side up the inside.
Oh, how much can we get out for?
Back in fourth, and that
will it come back into 20s for 450? I'm going to get £3.
12th and final flight. Catch Me If You Can is produced to come and challenge.
Now, with that one, I traded past the race time in the red, as you might well have noticed. But I did that because I was reading the race. I could see the horse didn't really look like it was going to win. So I knew if the price came in, it was likely to shoot back out again. Even if it did come, if the horse did actually come back and win, it looked like
market suspended.
So that was a bit of market reading skills. So normally I'm watching the markets more than the actual video. But on that occasion, I was watching the video more than the market to judge whether it was worth doing it or not. But yeah, so it's £3.94. But you can see, like, I didn't jump in at any old point. I waited for my moment and I took it at the right time. I put my price in at a good price. What did we actually get? Someone asked me to discuss this actually to show my bets. So here's the bets that actually went in. As you can see, I laid at 6.2. You can see the price did pop in a little bit below that. I don't think it did when I was there, but you can see it was only for a little bit of money, so it was only in and out quickly. So we hit almost the bottom of the market, and then we picked up 10 ticks to get out for 8.2. And these other numbers here that are offsets, that's just my got a little bit lucky there as the market moved further out by the time my money got matched. And then 18.5s is just where I sort of greened off a little bit better. The reason there is a big offset there, whether it comes back on one and that, is literally because I got more ticks than what I planned for. So the market had moved. So I went for 10 ticks, but if the market had moved, say, well, right up to 18.5, I got a damn sight more ticks more. So that 61p, 26p is what I needed at 8.2, and that 265 is what I needed at 2.2. So all that extra odds I've gained gives me that higher amount of money, because I wouldn't have needed so much at 18.5, if that makes sense. So that ends up offsetting it, and then sometimes when they come back in, you can make a little bit extra out of it, or if you're really lucky, once a year or so, sometimes you can get a really big winner out of that. Anyway, let's move on. I'm only trading UTOX today, so I'll probably only be trading 3 or 4 races over the next every half an hour, basically. So I'm off to do something else now, and I'll come back. So I'm looking at UTOX again. What do we know about this race? It's a 2 mile 4 handicap chase, sort of distances I like. Suit my strategy down to the ground. Distance.
Dogly.
We've got several horses here that we can trade. Looking at it at first glance, we've obviously the favourite, if it's above 3, it looks like it could be worth a trade. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one here, 6 if it comes in. And these other 2 that are in their 20s, they're not that high in their 20s, so they could pop down in price as well. So there could be opportunities on this. I've just got to keep an eye out for them and take advantage. As far as liquidity is concerned, it's not great by any means. Certainly not great. You can see holes in the market. There's a few quid here. The market's bouncing nicely. The fill rate is pretty good for the liquidity. But it might be a bit too good, if you know what I mean, because if the fill rate is higher than the money waiting, it means the market can fly in pretty easily and you can get caught out, which we don't want. So I'm just going to wait for an opportunity and see what arises.
And Star and finally Braylon Dar at the first up the home straight. Number 4, Princeton Royale, Neville's Cross with the leader, Tanapino a length back, with Dr. Sanderson racing widest of all close up. Vinny the Hoddy, YCCS Portacervo on the heels.
For me, it's just a waiting game at the moment.
Over the ditch in the straight. Neville's Cross jumped into the lead there. Out jumped Princeton Royale to take up the running at the 5th fence. And now 2 more plain fences before they embark on a full circuit. So at the 6th, Neville's Cross in the centre. Princeton
As always, I'm probably going to make my money in this section of the race. It doesn't mean I can't make money now. I see a nice opportunity, but you'll tend to find the market will move in the way I want it to above there. I am tempted to just drop in out Neville's Cross, but you can see it stopped doing it. It was doing it for a minute, but now it's dropped back out. We could put a speculative trade in here at 6.2, just above that 40, but I can't put too much money in, and that is literally because there's nothing to get out against, so you've got to be really careful here. So that's just 2 clicks for 7, but if it happens, I want 6 ticks on that. What's back for 4 now. So the idea there is that we get a spike, that the market just spikes down, picks them up and goes straight back out again if someone places a large bet. Say that person there wants 106 quid match and they just take all them prices, it can flick in and go out and we get matched both sides for a profit. That's the sort of thing we want to see happen when we're like this. The market starts creeping down, which it's starting to now, we might get out. But it's okay as a speculative trade for the moment.
Tracking the leaders as they jump the 9th. Cyan Star.
Just going to reset my ladders. So obviously I've got to make sure Temprano is still there. Yeah. And I want to have a look at this.
Run to the fence after
Ciano Star as well. Seriously, patience is a big part of trading. Trading should be a boring thing. You take your time on it. Trade every now and again. If you find trading exciting, you're doing it wrong, I can assure you. Trading is boring.
I'm out of here, man.
It should be boring. If you want to have fun, don't have fun spending the profits you make. Don't have fun in the markets.
4 up the inside, and then
You know.
Tanapino, Vinny the Hoddy, YCS Porticervo, Cyan Star made an error.
So we got matched,
Dr. Sanderson,
and we're straight out. Do you see what I mean? What I've done there? So I've just literally waited for an opportunity to arise, and we've taken it.
After jumping the last in the back straight on the descent for home. Tanapino out of the
And again,
chase, relegating
that quick. That's what you want, in and out of the market,
the Hoddy round the
I'm out of
fast
here,
as you
man.
can.
Yes, Porticervo, Cyan Star trying to make headway.
I don't think we're going to get any more than that because I think the price has gone out too much.
Neville's Cross taken
There's
on
quite a bit of cash down here, so I'm tempted to just pop down here at 4s. It'll probably never trade in at 4s. I want more ticks than that. I want 15. No, we're into the red zone now, so that's it. Job done, closed up. It's only £2.62. When the markets pick up, you know, there's no reason why I can't use 3 times a stake and make that £8-10 a race. But at the moment, it would be too dangerous. You know what I mean? I could have used bigger stakes then, but it'd be silly because if you've always got to think about what happens if it goes wrong. And if it had gone wrong, I'd have got screwed for too much money for what it was worth. It just wasn't worth it, as that would be on the point of gambling. So if you're wondering why I'm using these small stakes at the moment and happy just taking these few quids here and there, it's because
market suspended.
I think that's all that can safely be put through the market without putting yourself in a dangerous situation. Now, granted, I could have used, if I'd used, shown my bets up, what actually got matched. So you can see we got some matched at 6s. The first bet was 6.2. And I think they were the ones we got out at 6, 8. I think they were. Is that right? And then the other ones got matched at 6 and at 7, 8. So you can see there's quite a few ticks there. I'm not sure if that was correct now. I'd have to look back at the video to be honest with you. But that's actually what got that's my back bets and that's my lay bets. So obviously the lays are first and then back afterwards. But there's no reason why I couldn't have increased, you know, my click or placed these in at £10. But if I'd had 30 quid in there with the little money that was there, had something have gone wrong, I'd have got myself into so much trouble. I would have had a big loss. So just because I could have made money doesn't mean I should have done, because if you carry on doing that kind of thing, what will happen is you'll get caught out. Eventually you'll get caught out and you'll end up with a massive loss. Then over the course of the month you'll end up either losing money or breaking even. So it's just not worth the hassle to do it. And that's why I don't do it. But yeah, hopefully we'll see high liquidity soon. Once this COVID-19 thing eases up a bit, people starting to get back at racetracks and stuff. Better racing comes on. Hopefully we'll be able to start using bigger stakes. Give you an idea, I like using, if I can, £12.50 a click. You imagine £12.50 a click rather than these. Sorry, I'll just show that again. You know, rather than these 350s. So look, if we look at my starting position, we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's that? 7, 14, 14, 17, 50. That's all I put through there, basically. I told you that 17.50 for those bets. But when they're 12.50, you know, you'd be talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 50 for 4. So that would have been £62.50 instead. So you can imagine the profit's a lot bigger. And there's no reason why you can't do that, but not in these markets. You've got to get your market selections right. And if I only make 10 quid today, trading a couple of races, I only make 10 quid today. If the markets change on Saturday, I might be able to make 200 quid on Saturday. And that's how trading works. You've just got to take what's on offer all the time and never force it. If you force it, you'll end up losing money long run. And what really matters, it doesn't matter what I make today, it doesn't matter what I make tomorrow, it doesn't matter what I lose today, as long as I don't do anything stupid. What it matters is how much money have I made at the end of the year. And so far this year, I think I'm on about £9,000. Well, that's since December, actually, just before Christmas. And that would do me so far. That would help me, and hopefully that should pick up as we hit, for my sort of strategy, as we get into that kind of when the national hunt season starts. That's when I'll get a damn sight more races, and I'll be trading 40 races a day instead of 5. and I'll earn a lot more money. But you've got to even it out. You know, you can't just say, right, I'm going to earn this every day. It's not a 9 to 5. It's not an hourly paid job trading. You earn your money as and when you can. Anyway, best of luck in the markets. Any questions, queries, either drop me an email or leave a comment. Bye-bye for now. So, new Toxeter. About to start. The flag's up. They're coming in. What do we know about this race? Well, it's a 2 mile 4 furlong novice handicap hurdle.
Market in play.
As it's a novice, it's going to have lower grades horses in it. The odds look okay for me to trade. We haven't got a too short a favourite. There is quite a few outsiders in the race, so we're probably likely to make our money off the probably not the favourite, but the other 2 horses after that, and anything else that might come in low. So yeah, there could be an opportunity here. Got to be careful as always. Longer race, so I'm probably going to have to wait on to my normal time frame of usually in this section here where I make my money. So four's a nice place to go in. I'm tempted. I am tempted. What does put me off is you can't see that much money getting matched on that side of the book. But yeah, it's only 29p. It was only 350 I got in.
As they head on to the 5th.
Let me just get that matched up quickly.
If
not, I might have to just take a little loss. So we know we're front of the queue because that money coming after us. So yeah, it's only 46p, but you know, it all adds up, doesn't it? It all adds up.
Gets a shake of the reins up the inner, then African Sun from Fox's.
You can see now the market's buttered up a bit, so the opportunity's disappeared. It's not a lot of money, but you can see there's not that much coming through. 66 quid is the biggest bet in that time frame. And now the price has dropped below 4, so it's not such good value for money because the tick value is worth less, and we'll pop back over that 4 mark, and we could be worth going in again. We'll see what else is going on. But yeah, it just shows you can make money earlier on. I want to have a look at that. Al Rams, is that how it's pronounced? Let's see what's going on over here.
Around the outside of Al Foskey, then Red Caravel, who's dropped back.
A bit buttoned up at the moment, but I think there might be an opportunity on this runner to make some cash at some point. Right, I'm going to reset my ladders because this one's going out, which will bring me the top 3 up because I've got my ladders set to sort by price order. And I'm going to get rid of the favourite. Actually, there's nothing worth.
I'm out of here, man.
It looks like we've just got these 2 really to trade in the fave at the moment, but we'll keep an eye up in case something else comes in and might be worth getting a minute. We're getting later on. I want a few more ticks, which will give me a bigger profit, but it also means it's harder to get out, and we'll just reset them.
The home straight, Midnight Jewel's made all to this point, but El Rams has now moved to within less than a length of the leader. Danger Money, Fox's Socks are 3rd and 4th. Al Foskey is now.
I'm looking on the time frame.
The leading group of 5 who've got a couple of lengths.
I'm out of here, man.
In hiding and Watchman, Lady in Hiding is running on well.
8 ticks on that if it comes down to me. And again, we just want to spike in and out like that, and there you go. And you see how I've controlled that timer?
Sucker.
So we got into that danger zone. If the price comes in, we'll see if we can get more than 4 quid. But you can see it's too late to trade now. The market's going crazy. We don't want that. And we're out. Totally closed off. Now, if we reset the ladders so they're back in in order, you can see that horse didn't win, Midnight Jewel, but it doesn't mean it couldn't have won at that point. You know, I don't know. I don't know how much stamina them horses have got left when they're actually running. No one does. No one actually knows, you know. If you think you do, you're a fool. You can look on
suspended.
You can look at past races and so on and get a very good clue. But you can say, yeah, so we got 4 quid there, and then, like I said, that other few pence we made, it all adds up. So that's £4. I want to have a look at this White Walker.
Is last of the leading group as they approach the turn into the home straight. Though Lamb's Lane is
Tempted
I'm
to
outta here,
see how
man.
that price has gone through. There's no cushion. If I click that 6 there,
so leveling towards 3 from
you know,
home.
I would have got
Zippearl
matched
made
both
the
sides of the
snug
book,
fit,
but you can
Cosh
see it would have been
strong
dangerous. So you might as well go in at the
produced on the
4s.
outside. Lady P, White Walker, Legal Beagle losing ground quickly. Chat to Charlie pulling up.
And there you go.
Sucker.
Leaders have cleared 3 out. Zippearl's been joined by Andappa, and these two now.
And when you get like that, that's pretty much easy money. Now we just got to close off for as much as we can get. And if I can close off for 11 quid, beautiful. And you see, what I keep going on about, what I keep going on about is getting your timing right. Now we're out of time now. It's too dangerous to trade. The only thing we want to consider is if we can get a bit more money if it comes back in close. So I'll go for 11.75 just in case the price comes in.
Less than 200 yards on the run.
Very well, actually.
11.70
just in case. Unlikely, but you never know.
They go, Andappa and Tom O'Brien on top by 3 lengths.
Market suspended.
That was pretty much an easy 11.57. If you look at my profit so far, I started with £100 bank. I've basically, in just waiting for that right opportunity, I've made the same as what I've made on, what was it, 3 other races I've done so far today? Yeah, 3 others. So, you know, that's nice money. Nice money when you're picking up over a tenner a race. Okay, so I'm looking at the final race. What do we know about this one? Well, it's another handicap. Quite often, the final races can be maidens or something and lower grade, but this one is actually a handicap hurdle, so hopefully it won't be too bad. If you look at the money that's been matched pre-race, you can see it's not great. It's only 125k. You know, that's pretty low.
Market in play.
Yeah, that's pretty low for a UK horse race. So we're going to have to be careful. If we only make a couple of quid, we only make a couple of quid. If we have to take a small loss, we take a small loss. But we've obviously got to be careful about the amount of liquidity in this race. You notice that message coming up over there, and that's because I'm also talking to Betfair about an error they've cocked up with my P&L. But they're going to have to wait while I'm trading this race before I get back to them. Because you guys are more important, aren't you? Definitely. So, yep, just waiting for an opportunity as always. See what Betfair got to say in the meantime. It doesn't look like being an update from our tech team. At this moment. However, as I said, now escalate it. Actually, what a load of crap. What they've done is they've missed 1 race off my P&L, which screws all my figures up, so I can't show you guys my results. And that happened, it's Wednesday today, it happened last Tuesday. Over a week ago, a week and a day ago. So it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, I mean, on that particular race, it was one of my bigger trades. So what I did is I traded, I basically had a lay-in at a low price and I had an exit at a higher price. I made about 40 quid. They paid me out the money, but they didn't include the race in my P&L. So it screws all my figures up. Because obviously I want my figures to be accurate so I can see what I'm making and what I'm not making. It's absolutely crazy. And surely to write 1 line in my P&L would take them, what, a minute, 2 minutes at most? Someone's headed that and they still haven't done it. After, what, 8 days. 8 days it's taken them so far to do that.
Diamond Joel, and the Lever Roller and Olympic Honor and White Turf and Fort.
And now the video's gone. Don't just love Betfair. I tell you what, all they care about is money these days. They don't really care about their customers, do they? You've got to be aware of that when you're trading, because they don't really care about you. They never help you. Do you know what I mean? What are they going to offer me for this? And now the video's cutting out and everything.
Dropped to the rear. Olympic Honor has dropped back last.
Oh, now the volume's changed as well. See, the video's up there. Right, now, one thing that's important to know, obviously I'm pissed off with Betfair at the moment because of this issue, this ongoing issue. I've got to not let this affect me in this market. Now, we can see this market is very thin, and we've got to be very careful. And I don't want to make a loss because I'm pissed off. Do you know what I mean? And if you're ever pissed off, maybe you've had an argument with the missus or your neighbours pissed you off, or you've just got in and you've had a bad day at work, just be careful. You don't want to lose money because of some stupid reason like that.
Homeward bound approaching 3 out. Narsic and Diamond Joel now move on together with Pillar of Steel coming with a good run on the outside.
I'm out of here, man.
Over 3 out for
Nice when you only get part matched.
Pillar of Steel is out after
Not.
Throckley Unique Company, Diamond Joel, the grey white turf, and
What can we get out of this?
are the group that have gone clear.
Sucker.
Narsic gives way now to Pillar of Steel.
Oh, we might be able to get a bit more.
To the length in front now, 2 clear. Narsic,
We get
Throckley, white turf, Diamond Joel, Decoration of War behind those. Then the weakening Unique
Have
Company.
I just done something stupid because I'm pissed off?
Fergus Gregory with white turf going off in pursuit, 3 lengths down.
Wow, thank God.
Throckley into third. Narsic
What can we close off for?
Decoration of War with 150 yards to go.
Much as possible. 662.
White turf is making no impression.
And I tell you what, you can see that if you look at that, you can see how that emotion
Market suspended.
Because I probably got away with that 662, but that's probably, I think that's the first red number I've seen flash up all day. So you can see, that's affected me. Luckily, I did go out and it all went okay and stuff. But you've got to be careful if you've got emotion. I've just proved it there. I spoke about it first and done it afterwards. Anyway, best of luck in the markets. If you need a copy of the race timers, you can get your timing right. Me an email. If you need to be able to keep your results all good and well, you want a copy of the results spreadsheet. There's a link below for that one. And if you need a copy of the Geeks Toy, there's a link below for that as well. And if you need my personal settings for the Geeks Toy, so when you load it up, because you can load this in millions of different ways, you can change the size of everything or what you've got on display. If you want it the same as mine, drop me an email and I'll give you my details for free. Other than that, best of luck in the markets. I'll see if I can sort this Betfair problem out. Bye for now.
Introducing Geeks Toy trading software, the fastest, most customizable and most popular software for betting and trading on Betfair and BetDAC. Designed by professional traders for you. Key features include unlimited desktop settings and the ability to create custom profiles to suit every user's needs. Unbeatable speed, real-time prices and one-click betting. Unique management of multiple markets. You can bet or trade on multiple sporting events simultaneously. Support for 8 languages. Context-driven help on every window. Dutching and bookmaking, training mode, advanced charting, enhanced navigation, support for Betfair coupons, stop loss and more. Geeks Toy, possibly the best Betfair and BetDAC trading software in the world.